The Gospel according to St. Mark. Jesus departed from there and came to his native place, accompanied by his disciples. When the Sabbath came, he began to teach in the synagogue, and many who heard him were astonished. They said, "Where did this man get all this? What kind of wisdom has been given him? What mighty deeds are wrought by his hands? Is he not the carpenter, the son of Mary, and the brother of James and Joseph and Judas and Simon? Are not his sisters here with us?" And they took offense at him. Jesus said to them, "A prophet is not without honor except in his native place, and among his own kin, and among his own house." So he was not able to perform any mighty deeds there, apart from curing the sick people and laying his hands on them. He was amazed at their lack of faith. My sisters and brothers in Christ, the gospel of the Lord. Well, greetings from St. John Paul II Catholic Mission in Rutledge, Tennessee. By way of introduction, I'm Father Neil Pezzulo, a Glenmary priest, currently serving here in Rutledge. And of course, happy Independence Day. Ever since I was a kid, Independence Day was always one of my favorite holidays. In fact, it's my second favorite holiday, Thanksgiving being the first. And not surprisingly, much of my love of Independence Day revolves around the food we eat. Who doesn't like hot dogs and hamburgers cooked on the grill and these mysterious potato and macaroni salads that all seemingly have a secret recipe from some miscellaneous aunt, where if we just walk into the kitchen, we'll find the container from the deli. I love the decorations, I love the flags, the bright colors, the parades, but most of all, I love the fireworks. In the midst of the crowds and the excitement of the fireworks, not only am I present to that experience, it makes me feel like I belong. I feel connected. This is who I am. This is where I belong. These are my people. My more bohemian friends would tell me, I have found my tribe. But this is bigger than a tribe, more important than a tribe, actually. This is Independence Day. This is really where we belong as people of this country. Yeah, I have found my tribe, but it's bigger than that. I found myself, as we celebrate today, being part of the ideals and the aspirations of a nation. Now, let me be perfectly clear. Not a perfect nation. We have an awful lot of work to do. But we can do the work. And we can do even better than we've done in the past. Back in 2019, I had the opportunity to go to the border in El Paso, Texas for a couple months. But most importantly, I had the opportunity to speak with asylum seekers and refugees. And what surprised me most about those conversations is they were not about the indignities, the injustice, and the unspeakable horrors they've experienced. We spoke mostly of where they were headed, not about where they were from. We spoke about their hopes and dreams and their expectations of getting reconnected with families that had come before them. We talked about where they're going to work and where they're going to live. Every conversation I had, I walked away thinking, I'd like these people to be my neighbor. It excited me. Now, confident, I believe that one day they too will come to these July 4th celebrations, and they will have the very same hopes and aspirations as me. They too will belong. And that excites me. Yet in the midst of all this celebration, let's take a moment or two to reflect on how we got here. Let's take a minute or two to reflect on the importance of our freedoms and our liberties and our independence. Let's be thankful for this gift. Because here in the United States, we have many more freedoms, much more independence than many, many parts of the world. Let's reflect on how we use our freedoms, or how we abuse our freedoms. Fundamentally attack ourselves where this freedom and independence comes from, and to whom does it belong. As a priest, I'm afforded many freedoms and privileges, none of which are deserved. And I notice that very often these same freedoms and privileges are not offered to people who are not ordained. It's unfair, it's unnecessary, but it's an opportunity to get to the heart of the question. And the heart of the question is this: who belongs? Where does my freedom come from? It does not come from any political ideology, any agenda-driven activities, comes from God. And if God gives me this freedom, doesn't that place demands on me, legitimate demands on me, my time, my energy, my talent, my faith? It all comes from God. So fundamentally, it's a difficult question, but it's an important question to ask. My freedom, my independence, truly do not belong to me. They belong to the one who gave it to me, which is God. Once again, I want to repeat, they're not political, ideological, or human-driven agendas. They come from God. And the result of accepting these truths is that God places demands on all of us. These demands will always and everywhere call us out of ourselves into community. They'll always and everywhere bring us together. They will never isolate us like we're on an island. They will never demand that we build barriers between each other. The place we can call our own, it's not a tribal experience. It's much larger than that. It's hopeful, it's positive, and it's necessary if we're going to walk the path of Christ. This walk will not always be easy, may not even be fun. There probably will not be grilled hot dogs and hamburgers or mysterious potato salads, certainly no fireworks. Many times we'll just want to turn around and go home. We can't. This path or this Camino God puts us on is part of our freedom and part of our independence. It will teach us about ourselves. It will teach us where we belong and to whom we belong. The way, or the Camino at times, will be difficult. It will be hard. And I myself have been many times where I've wanted to turn back. But let's remember the words of the gospel today. A prophet is not without honor in their own native place, and among their own kin, and their own house. Happy Independence Day, and may God bless you and yours today and always.